All right, what's going on, guys? Happy Monday. Hope you guys are having a blessed week. Today's Monday, February 2nd, and we had a great start to the month, I want to say. We just secured our first payout of the month. We had a flip day on a Tradeify account and also hit a really nice banger trade on several other accounts. So I want to take you guys through the payout process within Tradeify if you're not familiar, and then show you the trade that I took today to secure the payout. So without further ado, let's get right in. So switch my scene here. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Yes, I see the microphone on, so we should be good. So this is what the dashboard looks like. You have to hit a 35% consistency rule. This is my second payout with Tradeify. So if you haven't seen their help desk, I'm sorry, not their help desk, their FAQs, this is how they do theirs. Basically, it's a scaling plan. So you go to the growth funded. The first payout that you can get is a 1,500, then it's a $2,000 payout, then it's a $2,500 payout, then a $3,000 payout. So I really like that they do that. So it gives you something to aim for, go for. And the way that I trade is typically the first day, second day, I'll go for a $1,000 day, and then the rest of the days I will size significantly smaller so that I can continue to get my flip days and secure that payout. So let's go ahead and do it. Um, Hit request payout, fairly simple. Boom. It takes me to this page and it lets you know, hey, the maximum you can get is 2,000. The minimum is 500. You know, we go for the max payout. Go ahead and request that, hit OK, and thank the Lord for another payout, another provision. I've gotten to the point where my trading salary has surpassed my IT support salary. For those who know or don't know, I'm an IT support specialist. I work from home. I'm actually on the clock right now, funnily enough, but it's the end of the day. I've got like 40 minutes left on my shift, and it's pretty slow right now. So let me show you guys the trade I took today at 10 a.m. So that we can go ahead and, I don't know, I guess shed some light on how I got this payout. I'm telling you guys, bro, like TradingView is not my friend. I am not TradingView friendly. So let's go ahead and refresh this and we'll go full screen and then we will go through today's trade. So we'll go F11 and then let's switch over to the hourly. So this was today. And I'm looking at the 9 a.m. So for the past 2 weeks, guys, I have been trading the 10 a.m. continuation model. And I've explained it briefly in other videos, but basically there is a really nice market trend right now where the 10 a.m. candle will snipe the high of the 9 to 10 a.m. Candle, and it usually does that within the first 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, depending on if the 9 to 10 a.m. candle closes bullish or bearish, the next candle will scalp the high or low of that candle, if that makes sense. So since we have a bullish candle and we are closing above the other candle's high, then we will be targeting this wick's high right here. As our profit target. Okay, I don't complicate myself. I don't have to go for Asia highs or new week opening gaps or anything like that. I don't go for 100-point trades. I go for hourly candle highs and lows, and then I call it a day, guys. There's no need to complicate your trading. So we'll jump back down to the 1 minute, and this is what that hour looked like. Okay, we had a big displacement out of the open. We had about over 250 points to the upside, so we're very bullish. And then in the last quarter, we see some stabilization or a little bit of chop. The reason was that we had some news. So if I open a quick tab right now, Forex Factory, we had two new news drops today. We had the S&P 500 PMI at 945 and the ISM manufacturer PMI. So if you do a little bit of research, which I'm not going to get into in this video, but the manufacturing PMI tends to be whiplashy. And so I try to position myself in a way where I was already in the trade before the news dropped so that I wouldn't get stopped out. So the way I trade these guys is very simple, very straightforward. I mark out the high of that hourly candle. So in this case, this is the hourly high, which was made around 950. And then I also mark out the order block that was last created, which would be right here, about the midway point of that order block. So let's go ahead and label this guy and call it OB. And then I wait for a retrace of price towards that OB. And then once price retraces to it, what I do is I scalp the most recent high within that hour or the most recent low. So if we go back just a little bit, I pretty much waited for price to retrace towards that order block, and I set my limit order right here. We were about 80 points, guys, so I didn't go for minis. I went with micros on the account that I needed a payout with. There's no reason to size in, especially on when you're 1 day away from payout. You can size down and then significantly reduce your risk that way. Okay, so there we go. Go ahead and get tapped in. So I am in the trade here. As you can see, it's 9:54. I get tapped in, and then I set my, whoa, wrong direction. And then I set my TP up here, the most recent high, and then my stop loss is going to be at a 1-to-1. Why? Because that is the best chance I got for it to being hit. So we're going to see in a few minutes. Price trades, price trades. Now, keep in mind the news will drop at 10 a.m. So this is exactly what happens, guys. I'm going to pause right here and then switch over to the hourly so you guys can envision this. I hate how it doesn't show you guys the hourly. Maybe I can set up an indicator real quick. Let's see if I can PO3 PO3 camera. I don't know what the indicator is, guys, but basically the 10 a.m. opened. So as you can imagine, the candle is opening low, right? So it opened right here. So now it's a bearish hourly candle. If based on the concept of power of three, the candles will open in the opposite direction of how they will close. So in this case, the 10 a.m. opens low, but I'm not afraid because I know that a lot of times that's a fake out in order to go up higher and take out the most recent high. Plus, we had news drops. So this is algo driven. The next candle, boom, catapults to the upside and then takes my draw. Easy as that. This was let's see how big this candle was. The first candle down was 58 points, and then the next candle up was 60 points, right? So when news drops, a lot of times you see algos kick in and you'll see either whiplash or you'll see price go in a certain direction, then change or keep going in that direction. And in this case, PMI, we tend to see a lot of back and forth. But basically, that was the trade, guys. We go for hourly highs, hit the order block, and then get some momentum to the upside to scalp the most recent high. And that is it. You know, that's basically the trade. And then you could have caught this trade as well at the 11 a.m. close, 11 a.m. open, excuse me. So just going a little bit further down, just waiting. I didn't take the second trade, but you could have if you wanted to. So this trade here was the 11 a.m. continuation. You can see this is the most recent high formed right here. And price opened up at this low. So we had price, let's see what it did. It opened up around here. So price opened, drove higher, went back down, went up, and now we're kind of here, right? So I'm scalping this most recent high. That's basically what I'm doing. And so I'm not sure what this is all about, bro. Seriously, bro. Let's close the zoom tool because I'm gonna tweak out, bro. Remove drawing. Okay. So if you wanted to, you could have caught this as well. We are going to wait for us to hit the most premium fair value gap. You see it's 1055. And so I would have positioned myself, again, I didn't take this trade, but I would have positioned myself around here at this fair value gap to scalp the most recent high. So if we go back a little bit, We get tapped in right around here. I'm gonna buy. And this is basically, you can copy paste this, bro, and do this over and over and over. You can scalp the most recent high, stop loss at a 1-to-1, and then we'll see what price does in just a second. Go back down, test that fair value gap again, and then boom, we're out of the trade right there. Close position, confirm. And that's the trade, guys. Trading views, I don't know what trading views doing, but that was the trade. Okay. So as I mentioned, I go for hourly candles. That's a little bit behind my strategy. If you're interested in learning more, hit that subscribe button and join the free Discord, and I'd be glad to teach you, take you under my wing, answer any questions that you may have. God bless you guys. Stay holy, stay connected to the Lord. Remember, without holiness, no one will see the Father. And so we are aiming to glorify him through our day trading. Thanks for coming. See you guys next time. Peace.